Yo, what up, Lucid Crew? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, today we're going to watch videos that you guys send me about the creepiest shit from all over the internet. Just weird stuff from, I don't know what my hand's doing. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Dams destroyed the old world in the 1900s. All over the world. Buildings that don't fit in with the mainstream narrative. Towns that were so out of place. And human remains. Missouri, the Lake of the Ozarks, where more than 20 towns, villages, and settlements were permanently flooded to create the lake. Now saying that the actual number was closer to 8, but we all know that it's more than 20. We just saw that. Including Irontown, Gladstown, Lynn Creek, Sagrada, Zebra, Arnold's Mill, Passover, and so many more, including Stoutsville, located in Monroe County, Victor. We have the names of these towns. Even another town named Florida was flooded. The supposed location that Mark Twain was born, all of it was submerged. It's underwater right now, and it was not just 8 towns, not even close. A massive lie yet again. Submerged and destroyed by the Bagnall Dam in 1931. With structures like this being submerged, the Phantom Steeple Church, located in a town called Old Lynn Creek, which is now, of course, underwater. This man-made lake was formed between 1929 and 1931, the exact years that we've been talking about, creating a 1,100-mile shoreline, all for some power and recreation. Or do you think that it was for something else?
If you're gonna stop me, then you're gonna have to fucking kill me! Sorry. If you haven't seen the Ozarks, you're not going to understand that reference. Dude, I'm way too wired for 9 a.m. Dude, with this, like, flooding stuff, like, I think I believe it. I believe it. I think all the fires, I think all the flooding, I just don't understand why they would want to erase the old world. Was it for power? Were all those buildings, like, free energy? Free fucking Wi-Fi? Like, why would they want to destroy an entire, like, civilization? Right, that we could use. I mean, it could be for money, I guess, if the free energy and stuff. But dude, like, to just completely just get rid of the architecture and I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. If I really try to, like, force it and be like, okay, it's definitely for money, so they didn't get free energy, so they didn't get free water, so they didn't this, that, whatever. But it doesn't make sense. That doesn't mean that I don't believe it. I can't make sense of it.
Now it's a full-blown orbital emergency. MIT's own data just leaked, and it says one thing loud and clear. 3A Atlas is not a comet. According to internal files from MIT's Lincoln Lab, this object isn't drifting. It's steering. It's slicing through our solar system at over 130,000 mph, changing course in patterns no natural object should follow. That's not random. That's controlled. Think artificial moon, not flying rock. The leak hit a quiet forum disguised as ordinary telemetry. No name, no trace. Just raw, unfiltered vectors. And a signature. Deliberate thrust. Seasoned astronomers noticed something chilling. Every 22 seconds, subtle course corrections. Not enough to trip alarms, but just enough to scream intelligence to those who know what to look for. Within hours, chaos erupted. NASA reprioritized its entire radar network. The Goldstone Array, Pan-STARRS, Gemini South, the VLT in Chile, all eyes on 3I Atlas. Why? Because the data didn't just show motion, it showed intention. Then came the chemical readings. The VLT picked up something never seen before in a comet, pure nickel, no iron. That's like finding a Ferrari built with gold but no engine. It makes no sense. Unless you're looking at something built, not born. Still not convinced? The light curve flared in precise 10-minute intervals like a signal. Not random gas bursts. Not sunlight tricks. Controlled flashes. Regular, predictable, engineered. And the final blow? Monte Carlo simulations. MIT ran millions. Less than 1% of natural objects could mimic this trajectory. Even fewer could sustain its acceleration pattern. The math doesn't lie. The laws of physics say this should be impossible, unless someone designed it. 3I Atlas isn't obeying the universe's rules, so either we've discovered the strangest object ever recorded, or something out there is watching.
Hey man, maybe Mars is getting a new moon, you know? Maybe they're bringing something to terraform a planet. like they did Earth, you know? I mean, Earth already had life, I guess, at the time that the moon came, but maybe they're bringing something. That'd be crazy, though, within our lifetime if we see just like a moon just park itself like in orbit on like Mars or something, because then we would immediately know like, oh wow, this our moon's probably a spaceship also, which is my favorite fucking theory goddamn ever. The fucking hollow moon theory. I love it. I get so excited about it every time it pops up and I hear something new about it. So that would be awesome, but it'd also be fucking scary because assuming it's bringing the moon to Mars, that's very close to us, and maybe they'd be making a pit stop to say hello, check in on us, their latest creation. And I don't think right now they're gonna like what they see.
That this thing is in the middle of the water. Did I leave that part out? Well, yeah, it's in the middle of the water. And we are supposed to just believe that they had a great shipping company, an architect, a financial guy that would make sure that they had this all covered in the year 708. Oh, and it of course lasts forever. With 0 issues and not one flaw in the construction. It's perfect. Unlike anything that we have ever constructed today. How does the mainstream history make any sense at all at this point? You cannot go from this in 708 to evolving and advancing into sheds. And now we build Motel 6s. It's crazy. How can anyone ever go into a history class again without laughing? The year 708 was just a year of brilliance, I guess. Yeah, right. These buildings are from the previous civilization, and more people are realizing this every single day. And once you know, you know. You don't go back to thinking that the year 708 built massive structures on a cliff in the middle of the water with a train that just pulls right up to the front door. And I was on Google Maps just looking around and saw this city in Italy. And I went down to the street view and I saw that they have this fountain. The whole city clearly was found, repurposed, and is being used today. And as we spin this camera view around,
and that's where the video stops. I hate when they do that. Why do you guys do that? I mean, I know why you do it, because you want me to click on the next part, but I'm not going to, because I can't find it, because it's never just the next video. It's always like 12, 13, 500 videos next. So fuck that. I'm not looking for it. Dude, so stonemasons built a lot of shit. People took the time to do things. I think a lot of it has to do with a lack of patience, cost effectiveness. You know, those buildings were made by like stonemasons, let's say. And I mean, there's still a building, I forget where it is, but like a church they've been working on for like 100 years or some shit, right? And it's still not done. I can't think of the name because, like I said, it's 9 a.m. right now, and my brain's not fully functional. But but I think that like people just took pride in their work. They were built with very durable resources like brick, concrete. I think they had a kind of concrete back then that could like repair itself, right? With the rain, like to fill in the cracks and kind of restore the foundation. Saw a video about that recently. Maybe they didn't use that here, but I am not denying that there was like another civilization like Tartaria or something that was, you know, kind of had better technology or the ability to create more efficient and also better quality things. But also at the same time, I'm not one to completely disregard the human ability to create beautiful, like durable foundations and architecture when they put their mind to it, right? Like humans are capable of very amazing things. And I think that a lot of these videos and a lot of these theories just really just completely just strip away that fact. And I don't like doing that. I don't want to do that. I've seen videos of modern day stonemasons taking the time and the love to be very detail oriented and patient and create just like amazing works of art. So I think that in a lot of cases, that's what this was. Yeah, I think these buildings took very long time to make, and very detailed, patient, talented people created them. And then on the other hand, we have things like the pyramids and other weird buildings that, you know, we got those up faster and knocked them down faster in one way or another. So I don't know about that specific case, but like I said, I'm not one to just completely throw the human ability out the window for the sake of pushing a theory.
They never wanted you to know this. While most people live trapped in the third dimension, chasing money, status, and approval, as a small group has already learned to operate in a state where time and space are no longer barriers. You, without realizing it, already tap into this frequency from time to time, but you have been conditioned to ignore it. This knowledge has circulated in restricted circles for decades, used to accumulate power, shape events, and attract opportunities. Meanwhile, you have been trained to believe that everything depends on struggle, sacrifice, and waiting. Every day, day trapped in that logic is another day, and your energy feeds systems that survive on your distraction. Now, there is a chance to break this pattern and access the real mechanism of reality creation, the one that turns intention into event and desire into fact. But this window will not remain open forever. Those who do not adjust their frequency now will remain stuck in the old machine. The decision is in front of you.
Most people live under the comfortable illusion that reality is stable, fixed, and obedient to immutable laws that conventional science describes. But this is only a partial narrative, carefully shaped to keep attention locked on what is visible and measurable. Behind the solid appearance of things, there is a dynamic vibrational field where consciousness and energy intertwine. And it is there that the true architecture of human experience is designed. What we call the physical world is nothing more than one layer of a much broader spectrum of existence. Quietly, a portion of humanity already operates beyond it, even without realizing it. The transition underway is not political, nor is it technological in the superficial sense. It is a mutation in the very way of perceiving and interacting with reality, the passage from the third to the fifth dimension. This is not about moving to another planet or crossing celestial portals, although some traditions use that symbolic language. It is a leap in the quality of consciousness, a shift in the vibrational state that radically changes how events, relationships, and circumstances manifest. The fifth dimension is not a separate territory in space. It coexists right now in the same place you are, just like multiple radio frequencies coexist in the air. What changes is the tuning. While the third dimension is dominated by the perception of separation, effort, and the linearity of time, the fifth is based on interconnection, flow, and simultaneity. This means that the job you imagine, the house you visualize, and the relationship you desire do not need to be pursued as distant targets. They already exist, waiting only for your frequency to align so they can collapse into your field of experience.
Mushrooms, guys. That's how you do it. Mushrooms. Shiitake mushrooms. The gayest wink. The world's gayest wink.
So they're interrogating this guy from Antarctica.
Garthia.
So what is he saying? That they got their knowledge from ancient Egypt?
That's exactly what he's saying. He said that these people were understanders of universal truths, right? Medicine, geometry, celestial anatomy. Okay, truths which these men, the Ankarim, used to establish harmony, right? And willingly taught to travelers to spread the knowledge along with their good intent. But certain science was hidden because they knew in the wrong hands, right? Men with the darkest of intentions, or what they called Isfet, the deity of chaos, right? These understandings could be used to invoke global deception, okay? Or what was warned of in the Book of Thoth as eternal night. Look, he talked about the emerald tablets, okay? He mentioned the Book of Thoth. He spoke of all these ancient bodies of knowledge which were essentially taught to his people, right? He said that when Egypt fell right around 1500 BC, that they'd given their most precious scientific understandings to them to keep it protected. He goes, they never documented any interactions with my people because they wanted to keep us safe, but they told us that eventually you'd come. And he goes, you didn't capture me. This isn't an interrogation. It's a warning from us.
I'm not sure I believe in the ice wall. I don't know. I'm definitely not a flat earther. 100%. Talk about that all the time. Sorry. Not sorry. But I don't think that means that there can't be other continents that we're not told about, right? I think the Earth can still be round. I think space could still be what, mainstream science says space is, and there could still be continents that we are not allowed to go to. Like, I was talking to a friend, and it's not true that you're not allowed to go to Antarctica. It's just not true. You can go to Antarctica. Now, obviously, there are places in Antarctica that you can't go. There are places that you wouldn't want to go, but you can go on a tour to Antarctica. That being said, are they really taking Antarctica? Is that really where you're at? Is it just a small piece of Iceland? Not Iceland, the country, obviously, because I'm pretty sure Iceland is pretty nice and green. And Greenland is very cold because, you know, the people there wanted to confuse invaders or something like that. But I don't know. I think that there could very well be other places that they just don't want people going for reasons like this. You know, maybe that's where aliens are. Maybe that's where ancient humans are. Maybe that's where ancient aliens are. Who knows? I don't know. I certainly don't know.
If you see NASA announce an alien invasion, it's already too late. Follow every step immediately if you want to survive. Trust no one. First, gather your family immediately. Turn off all devices. Every signal, every flicker, every sound can be tracked. If a screen lights up on its own, walk away immediately. It's no longer yours. Second, lock all doors, all windows, even the tiniest crack. We can't stop them. We can only delay them. Reinforce your walls if possible. Don't leave a single gap. Third, don't respond to voices outside. They mimic you perfectly. If you hear your mother, your partner, make sure they're really with you. If you hesitate, you've already let them in. Ignore the pleas. Ignore the cries. Fourth, don't look at the sky. The silent lights are not stars. If you follow them, they will follow you. Darkness is your ally. Move stealthily. Hide. Wait. Reports say the first cities to fall will be in the United States. Remember, when NASA speaks, the invasion has begun. America will be the warning, not the shield. Every decision is now a matter of life or death.
All right. I can do an alien invasion. If you want me, come get me. All right, that's it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. If it's your first time here and you like what you've seen, consider liking and subscribing to the video. Join the Discord. Send me videos you want me to watch. Lucid Crew, long time OGs, thank you. Love the support. Appreciate you guys greatly. And until next time, peace.